What's up, YouTubers? By the time you see this video, one of these will be gone. In fact, this Koenig Arius is saying goodbye. You know, somebody might ask, well, some people have asked, you have a Koenig Arius, why haven't you done a review on that? You're a knife channel. And it's because I haven't used either of these knives yet. I've had this Arius for 2 years. I've had this Arius for 1 year. And I didn't know which I was going to be selling. An opportunity came up to give another good dude on YouTube an opportunity to buy this Arius, and so this one is on its way out. But I did want to go ahead and show it very briefly, and also just kind of talk through some of my own reasons why I decided to go with the DLC coated one from USA Made Blade. I'll go ahead and move that out of screen. This is the one that I'm keeping, basically DLC coated and then polished DLC flats. This is the one that, to me, just ended up being more of a user. They're both identically perfectly made, essentially. I mean, this is the greatest knife ever to me. And people say, how can you say it's the greatest knife ever if you've never really used it? Well, I've used the black one just a couple times to cut stuff and handle it, carry it for a couple days. But this one, for me, when I saw this one with the milling marks, it reminded me very much of the Spyderco Drunken, Dmitry Sinkovich design. And really, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, before I do a review on that and utilize that other knife, because I'm not going to do a full review before I actually utilize it to a good extent. I said, let me get one of these. So it took me about a year, again, to get this one. And then about a year later, I've made my decision and I'm selling this one off unused. Again, it came down to, I do prefer in hand the milling marks against my hand versus the DLC coating, which is a little bit chalky. In terms of just kind of tactile feel, I prefer it, but the tactile feel, since I'm gonna make this one more of a user, I actually prefer this. It's just a little bit more grippy, for the most part, and that's really, it's that simple. It comes down to that decision where it took me 2 years to decide which is the one that I'm gonna make a user, and go for it, and I'll be able to do an actual review. And that's why, for me, the greatest production knife that's ever been made, in my hands. I have not touched them all. Obviously, I'm not one of those huge channels, but for me, it's the Koenig Arius, and so now I finally get a chance to do that one with this one moving along. By the time you see this video, that will already be in the mail to the purchaser. So let me go ahead and interrupt this real quick. Sorry, got a frog in my throat. But I did want to bring up, you may have noticed on the opening thumbnail that there was a third knife. And that third knife is the Civivi Altus. As I approached 1,000, I'm getting there, maybe a few more months, possibly. By the way, like and subscribe if you find my channel interesting, useful, funny. Go watch some of the other funny videos. I'm trying to intersperse a fair bit of comedy to the degree that I can. But I will link the video where I actually had 3 Civivi Altuses. And I basically did a blade swap because I think Civivi kind of messed up on this. I'll go ahead and link that up there, by the way. The Altus, to me, was one of their best button locks. They came out first with the Cogent, and then I think the Altus might have been the next one. They might have had another one in between. But I am going to be giving away this blacked out one. The video basically demonstrated that I think they chose the wrong blade. For each one, they had the Damascus one with the micarta, and I think a micarta is more of a user material. So for me, I'm going to keep this one kind of as my user. They have the black blade with the Guiborsa wood, and that doesn't look bad or anything. And then they have the regular blasted blade inside the black G10 scales. So for me, and most of the feedback I got is that it was I picked the more proper, I did pick the more proper, if you will, coloring. So as far as this giveaway goes, as I'm approaching 1,000, this knife is on its way out. These are the rules. All you have to do is subscribe to me or follow me on Instagram at Mitchell Bolig. DM me, direct message me, Back in Black. It can be without spaces or with, but you're going to have to send me the words Back in Black. The drawing will be December 25th of all those people that actually follow up and do this. Or the first person thereafter. I have had videos, since I tend to do most of my knife giveaways in video. I've had people come to me afterwards, and I was like, yep, you're the first one. Jesus actually in the Pilar actually got it. So you know what? If you want this Civivi Altus, and you know what, I'll go ahead and link the review of the Koenig Ariuses. It is a great knife, great EDC, decent size, a little bit small for my hand, but like I said, this is a one-of-a-kind that you cannot get anywhere else. You can make it yourself, but you can't buy this otherwise, you know, for the most part. So I say goodbye to the milled Koenig Arius, and I say goodbye to the Koenig Ariuses, the blacked out, murdered out version, whatever you want to call that. So hopefully some folks, this generates some interest. Like I said, I'll be drawing it on December 25th and then sending it out soon thereafter. And then, like I said, first person who actually does that DM to me will get it. So hope this was interesting, and good luck on the drawing. Take care.